Welcome, everybody. This is Oscar. I'm titling this The Calm Before the Vacation Storm, but it should actually be Full on Faith Does Not Hinder, does not make you wonder, and does not make you lack faith. You'll see as the series progresses how the storms of life hit and what you do with those storms, where your faith is in life, where your faith is in God, is how the world will see if you compartmentalize your faith as a Christian, or if your faith gets a hold of your heart, your mind, your soul in the toughest of times and allows for God to do incredible wonders. So along the way in this peaceful shores of life that we call life, those things that come, things that hinder, things that come at a time in everyone's life as you are walking with God, talking with others, fellowshipping with them, where the waves start getting violent. They start roaring. And if you are not careful, the riptide will grab a hold of you and never let go. They will be drowning you in a sea of desperation, wanting you to give up on life, wanting you to give up on God, and wanting you to give up on your spouse. There was a calm before the vacation storm that hit us. It was fast and it was furious. We had, as a family, all the kids and my nephew and my grandkids, we had all decided to vacation together, to pick a certain spot and then to go visit family. We would all go together as a family. Hi, my name is Oscar Roca, and I am finally back with another Please Be Still Moments blog post. It is wonderful to be back. It is amazing to be back. And more importantly, it is something that I needed, because I will be getting into a series of what happens when life storms hit and what happens to the God above all those life storms and how he goes about doing things, working his miracles. Again, this is another Please Be Still Moments blog post, and I will say this, it is good to be back, and we'll start with the story. And all the events that I will be telling you are true, and my whole family witnessed and are witnessing the storms and the miracles that come from those storms, the amazing things that happen when we are either allowing the roaring waves to engulf us or allowing God to work miracles through us and through our family members. Everyday miracles which we will show the world, will either show the world that God is alive in your life and active in your life, and that he was, just like in the times of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, active as he worked through Joseph's darkest moments, as active as when Moses and the Israelites seemed to be losing their lives in what seemed a trap set by Pharaoh and his armies who were closing in, and the Israelites and Moses and Aaron and Miriam were all stuck between the sea and the roaring, not only the roaring sea, but the roaring of the horse chariots that were coming their way. And what happened next in that life, and what happened next in Joseph's life, and what Joseph said to his brothers, what you meant, or what was meant for evil, God turned it into good. So as soon as Pharaoh and his armies were drowned in the sea, and only when the Israelites saw that parting of the Red Sea, it was until the faith of Moses became real to the rest of the Israelites, because God happened. God is happening now. God will happen in the future. All the prophecies in the Bible are true, have come true. The ones that have been fulfilled, the ones that will be fulfilled soon enough, you're going to see that God will turn everything for good and for his righteous, perfect will. Hi there, this is Oscar Roca with my first Please Be Still Moments blog post for the new year. Sorry it took so long. For the long delay that I've been put through, I think it will be worth it because I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure why. Well, yes, I was. And at times I was desperate. At times I was. My faith was not tested like what people would think. My faith was tested in a different way. My faith will always be faith. I will never deny God. He will always be there. He is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He is the God of Joseph. He is the God of Moses. He is the God of Joshua. He is the God of Gideon. He is the God of David and Solomon. He's also the God of the New Testament. When Jesus walked on water, when Jesus calmed the sea, the storms of life in the disciples, and we'll get to that. But he is also your God if you allow him to be. He is who he says he is. He is as alive as he was in the past and present, and he in the future. So he will always be. And I'm going to tell you something. That long delay that I had from December, January up to now, almost March, it was a big riptide that grabbed me. And I was calm, because you have to be calm in a riptide. For those of you that swim, surf, boogie board in Southern California or anywhere in the world, you understand that riptides will either take you, if you fight them, you will drown, or they will take you miles away from where you were. As desperate as it is, your family members are on the shore and they're watching you and they are screaming for you, and you are getting desperate to get back to them on the shore. If you remain calm, you'll end up back in the shore. I remain calm even now with the predicament that I am in. I will tell you this. I wait on the Lord before I do anything. And whether in this world or the next, I'm good. I am very good. I have the eternal life that has been guaranteed to me, and I don't take that seriously. And I do not. I'm not a defeatist. First of all, I'm not a fatalist. I am a realist who has his faith on Jesus, grabs a hold of Jesus, does not compartmentalize what Jesus is, who Jesus is, and what he will do in our lives if we allow him to. So I'll explain a little bit more, but first, I got to tell you, everything that has happened for a reason. For his will, we will plan. We can plan all we want. We can do all these things with our family members, but he is the one directing the path. And I'll get to it now. Now back to the story. When you think of a beach, your mind goes and turns into a beautiful scenic view of a lighthouse, maybe boats, fishing, or just laying out in the sun, or reading a good book, or barbecuing, kicking back with your friends and family. That's what we were planning on. The waves, oh Lord. The waves roar and crash. Psalm 93 NET. That's what I thought of what was going on the last couple of months. Not everyone thinks of the tumultuous, roaring, violent waves that come from a sudden storm or hurricane, but oftentimes, as we have seen tragedy in news channels, vacation and leisure times turn to chaos. Today I'm going to be doing a short series starting with the introduction to what I'm calling the calm before the pre-storm. But then I have the storm, the eye, the chaos, God happens, the storm, different titles for the different series. Reminds me of Matthew 8:24. A great storm developed in the sea so that the waves began to swamp the boat, but he, Jesus, was asleep. So they, the disciples, came and woke him up saying, Lord, save us, we are about to die. But he said to them, why are you so cowardly, you people, little faith? Then he got up and rebuked the winds and the sea, and it was dead calm. Imagine the look on the 12 when Jesus was asleep. They had to think, what kind of human could wake up from his peaceful sleep, rebuke his students, command the sun, the sea, and nature, and all of nature and the universe obeyed him. That is amazing to me. Here's the biggest hint of why I am so calm through the storm, storms that I'm going through. I believe and serve and bow down to the God of the Bible, to his son Jesus, who created, commands, and holds the universe in his hand, and the universe does his will. I serve a God that transforms, that regenerates, that saves people's souls eternally. So whatever happens in this life has no bearing on where I will be in eternity. Because of this type of faith, this real faith, my focus is not on death, but on life. Because Jesus gave me life, a more abundant life, one so full that my cup runneth over. It just runs over and pours out onto others. That my life is forever is the most important thing that I could tell you. And we'll talk about this in a moment.